What's happening, everybody? Yes. What's up? If you see me in the chats, in the comments, and other people's content creators like Neil Johnson or BCP or Salty Cracker or Patriot News Network or Shannon at the Vote of Patriots 2, you see me say, what's up? That's me. Anyways. All right. So, I don't know if you heard or not, but there's a guy that Biden hired that acts like a woman and does weird stuff. Anyhow, well known for being somewhat of a klepto. Recently caught again, and there's so many like layers behind why people do what they do. But the Department of Energy sector, I'll show you the pictures and what's going on. Well, he's finally fired, or it's finally fired. You'll have to see this. Anyways, Carrie Jean Pierre gets a total like shutdown. That's towards the end of this, where we talk a little bit about FTX and what Sam Bankman fried, whatever, what he did. Well, Carrie Jean Pierre is asked by a reporter, hey, you're going to give back any of that money that Biden used for, those campaigns that was obviously somebody else's? And she's all like, well, I can't really comment on that and everything and all because of some kind of thing. She'll say it in a minute, but a lot of really fun articles to run through. And by the way, 50 Cent, we'll get to him too. Some really strange things have been happening with 50 Cent lately. The guy with the magic stick, I don't know if you remember that music or not, or that song. But anyhow, rapper. A lot of fun we're going to have here, guys. I've been really busy all week. I've even got a guy in here helping me. I might have said in my other video. I did a video earlier about a woman in Las Vegas who had to actually defend herself. Well, it's weird. The circumstances of defending herself, sure, are pretty savage. Dude man tries to carjack her, and then like when he gets in her car after removing her, he sits in it, can't figure out how to get it in gear, and then has to like put his gun down in his lap so that he can further figure out what the button does to get it out of park. And next thing you know, she grabs the gun. He takes off after her. She takes off running. He jumps on her. She shoots and kills him. And then the friend that was with the guy that was trying to carjack the person shoots at her. The gun jams. She fixes the gun, ready to fire again. But by that time, the police had got there. It's crazy. It's happened in Vegas. But anyhow, a special thanks goes out to all you fine folks out there that have tuned in and actually subscribed to this channel. I've watched the subscriber list slowly grow back up, man. We're being shadow banned and throttled back. I'm fine with that. I know because I had some instances where we got strikes and got taken off. But, dude, it's kind of growing. And, it's nice to see that we're still kind of breaking through the algorithm. And that's all due to you wonderful folks out there that's been so great and so courteous and so kind to come in here, watch the videos, comment. And I try my best to read all of them. Please understand that there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes as far as big things we're expanding our family a little bit, bigger stuff. And we've got, we're getting a house. So don't think we're not, no babino. We're in our 40s now, so we're going to raise the ones we got. We're not making any new babies. We're going to work with the ones we got. But we're looking at a bigger place, and hopefully that's going to all work out, and all the stuff's going on behind the scenes with it. And if you've been to my place, I've got a lot of stuff. That is going to be a job to move everything. You got to check me out on We'll Fix It with an exclamation point. You can kind of see what I got going on over there. Imagine going to have to move all that stuff. New buildings are going to have to go up, and we're coordinate all that stuff. And I'm working like double time over here to keep all that going. So please understand that I'm doing my best to get the videos out as much as possible. And I'll be live tomorrow with Matt on Patriot News Network. Now that I've got that huge, stupid advertisement away, it wasn't stupid, but it was long. So let's get to these videos or some of this article stuff here and get myself out of the way. Yep. Come a long way in this channel, guys. There's a lot of people that have actually, that are new to this channel, but this thing grew. I don't know anything about computers. New subscriber people, I don't know anything. I was doing my channel off my phone, recording off my phone and putting it together, and not even really editing anything, just doing it all one, which I don't do much editing in here anyways, except for where I screw it all up from the beginning and had to take 2 or 3 takes to get it all started. But as far as that is concerned, we just roll on through. And but my phone, I would just do my best to get the video. I hold the phone up to my face. Thanks to Doug Tenaple, he's on YouTube as well, by the way. He gave me the inspiration to do it. He said, "Get the phone up there, take some video, talk about some conservative stuff, and get the word out." And I'm like, "Bet, I can do that." But so what we're going to talk about now is this dude right here that was well known for definitely breaking the glass ceiling of job titles considering this non-binary Biden nuclear official, Sam Britton. He's been fired now after multiple luggage thefts. I mean, like, to the point where it was felony charges because some of the luggage he was going after not only was extremely expensive luggage, but also the contents within, which were most of the time female garments and other stuff, female related. But Sam Britton is no longer a Department of Energy employee. By law, the Department of Energy cannot commit any further personal matters. A spokesperson from the Department of Energy told the Daily Beast on Monday. But in case you didn't know, maybe you're a normie that's just got a hold of this channel and never seen things like this before. But, whoa, that could be music. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that. That's what you got to... Could you imagine going to the office? It's like, good gosh. And this dude has like those parties where they tie each other up and stuff and do weird stuff. He even said that he likes to tie his partner up and use him as his partner. This dude likes to use his partner as a table to eat his cereal while watching. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. I just don't know how you can do that. And use him as a coffee table while he does that. So there's a man for every woman and a woman for every man. That was what it was said in the Bible. Now I don't know what we got going on there, guys. But we'll move on from that, guys. We'll get out of the IAs there. Anthony Fauci. By the way, okay, I'm gonna set this up a little bit. So Anthony Fauci is throwing back at Elon Musk for kind of like saying a really, really, he said in a tweet that he was responsible for a lot of things bad to people, and it wasn't cool. I wish I had the tweet, and I'm kind of pressed for time, so I'm just going to have to take my word for it. I've shared it on my Twitter page at 1William1Arch. A lot of advertisements in the middle here. I just slide them right in, guys. Anyways, so Elon Musk fired back at Fauci because of what Fauci's been doing. And some stuff that fake spaceman that's run for senator down there in Arizona. Can't remember his name, but he's a spaceman. Arizona spaceman. All I got to do is Google that and it'll come up. Trust me. Anyhow, Fauci took about 5 days to come up with one heck of a retaliation comment. And Fauci says, I don't respond to him. Fauci says, the outgoing director of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease. My Fauci voice is kind of iffy. But in this article here, he says he does not engage in that cesspool of interaction. And by the way, that was his comeback. That was the comeback because Burnett said that Fauci's quote-unquote cesspool of interaction comment, which she said referred to Twitter as a pretty remarkable, that was a cutting-edge remark. Way to go, Fauci. You really showed them with calling them cesspool of interaction. In other words, I think free speech just makes those people feel dirty. What do you think? Former CNN producer pleads guilty to things that happen to children that has to do with things that are bad you do to children with adults is weird in the head. I'll leave it at that. Certain trigger words YouTube does not like. But this involved a woman and a 9-year-old girl, the mother and daughter, and he paid money to have these people brought over and to come over. He picks these people up in the article. He's pleaded guilty, by the way. This is no alleged mess here. This is a guilty verdict on this guy right here. But as part of the plea, and by the way, let's see the guy's name. Bow, bow, bow. I don't you like that. Got to come up with some better scroll sounds than choo, 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 and ba, ba, ba. We're going to come up with something better. But anyways, he says the Griffin, his last name's Griffin. I had it here a little bit ago, but Griffin paid the woman to fly to Nevada into Boston, picked them up, and drove them to his Vermont home where the girl said that they did that mess. And it's weird. I don't know what happened, but here's the dude. There's I can't play. I guess I don't want to get any more music, but there's the guy right there. So yeah. And change of heart. This is really cool. An anti-Trumper sees the light, donates $500,000 to Trump supporting PAC. In other words, not to the DNC. You don't want to send money to the GOP and all those people because they're not going to put the money. They put that money to go against us. Sure did. fellow Republicans, and they put money to roll against us. You know why? Because in their book, we're not of that party. We are just some people grifting. And I'm gonna tell you what, guys, I ain't gonna lie. That's probably about the case of it, because the way these Republicans act, and they get so rhino and backbendy and don't, just do whatever just to cling on to little bits of power and have notoriety. They just sell us out left and right. And I'm sorry, I don't like that. But it just so happens that a third party seems like it kind of splits the vote a little bit. So we need a good carrier signal. All you AM guys out there are going to be like, yeah, carrier signal. We need a carrier signal to ride on so our amplitude can expand off with modulation. And that would be the Republican Party. And so that's why they're trying to destroy the people that we want to run on that side, because they don't want that. That right there is what would manage. We would it would become boss men over them as soon as we, like by accident. One of those people where we're Republicans, but like in a work situation. I mean, that hypothetically. But dude, so that's kind of where it's at, and that's why you see all the throwbacks. So what now Trump's done, and other MAGA PACs have taken their own money and keeping it and using it. And of course, that's legal as long as it's all used in campaign financial status. And I guarantee you right now, the reason why there's no leaks and getting Trump's taxes is because of the fact that obviously they haven't found anything yet. And let me tell you something. How many times they had Trump's taxes? Do you think for one second that if one little organization got some of Trump's taxes, like in New York, that they didn't just send memos to everywhere? Of course they did. This is all political theater so that they can use it. They know what his taxes say. When Letitia got that mess, you know good and well, she said, hey, Merrick Garland, here you go. Shot it right over there to him, allegedly. Anyways, so, yeah. And if they find anything, it's going to be some weird, crazy, some kind of ancient technicality or something, and then they're going to make it seem like it's something. Just in, recount confirms Representative Lauren Boebert. We know this. Officially wins race against Adam Frisch. Recount in Colorado's 3rd Congressional District confirmed GOP Representative Lauren Boebert won her race against Democrat Adam Frisch. And so, guys, what the deal is if you read any mainstream article, which I have seen, the way that they roll that out is act like that we didn't, just barely. If that was them, or those, or they, and they barely did win, you think for one second they wouldn't be just running around with noisemakers and balloons and everything, one by one vote? Shoot, we can live, let it go. That's all I can say. Former Loudoun County, by the way, Loudoun County was probably one of the first places that we known where the whole mixed up bathroom situation became such a problem because of the fact of a girl that got some bad stuff done to her. That happened in Loudoun County. That was one of the first. This is where it all started, and there was big throwback. And this dude right here tried to act like it wasn't nothing. Former Loudoun County Superintendent Scott Zielagler indicted on charges related to handling of the assault cases within his school district, and that main one right there is what started it. Yeah, he's going to let it roll and try to shuffle that student back and forth to different schools with no history being brought, no police, no nothing. That student didn't get nothing done. They tried to move him to another school, not tell nobody, and it was all done through this guy because they didn't want the heat. I could go on for that, but that was in Loudoun County. I won't forget that. This is that article I did earlier, but it didn't get at all pumped at all by YouTube. But a Vegas woman shoots this dude, and I'll be careful and all that there and all. But that happened in Vegas. I was talking about that earlier. She was able to defend herself in some quite awesome circumstances. That's just crazy. Sam Bankman-Fried denied bail by judges in the Bahamas. So we know that he got arrested. Everybody heard about that today. This is kind of new and breaking. I don't know how many people are reporting on this right now, but he wanted to go for bail, and he was denied bail. And let me tell you this. So that sounds good on paper. Everything sounds really good. But let me explain something, guys. There was supposed to be a congressional hearing that he was going to attend under oath, and they were going to question him about a lot of things. And then all of a sudden, he gets arrested. What's the coincidences behind that? You guys? And then being the fact that he's denied bail means that no third party can bail him out. In other words, say for instance, there's movies about people that have done stuff and then they're bailed out. And who bailed me out? And they come out and it's the mob. And they only bailed him out just so they could put concrete shoes on him. Does that make any sense? You feel me? So I really wonder how much of a protection run this is. And then again, this could go somewhere. It could go to like a Bernie Madoff type thing and all. And in all honesty, I think that's the best bet, because if they did put concrete shoes on the guy, then he doesn't really get to suffer for his crime. So hopefully, if he can just catch some time for it and do it, like the Bernie Madoff, to kind of the same scenario, that's cool. I'm okay with that. It might be a luscious little place, but definitely a big life change from the orgies and all the stuff that they were into. Excuse me, guys. Here's Carrie Jean Pierre. And as a slide in transition to what just happened with the Bankman Fried. Here she is. Okay, this is the reporter asking her, what about, is anybody going to give this money back? You know what I'm saying? Being to know it's somebody else's money. So you have to listen close because the audio is a little low, but I'll do my best here.
Obviously, the news that the former FTX said Bankman Fried was arrested in the Bahamas. The president received campaign donations, from him. Many prominent Democrats did, some Republicans did as well. Will the president return that donation? Does he call on all politicians who got campaign donations that may have come from customer money to return those funds?
So look, I'm covered here by the Hatch Act, limited on what I can say, and anything that's connected to political contributions from here, I would have to refer you to the DNC.
And she really enjoyed being able to say that. That was like, she was like, whew, thank goodness. I didn't have to really answer anything, because I really don't know if I can pull off any more of those. I don't think I said that many times today. It's pretty good. Proud of myself. I'm working on my uhs and my ums. Some days I got it bad, though. Please forgive me. In the comment sections, you could scold me and go, you said a lot. I'm okay with that. Okay with that. 50 Cent scores a small victory in penile enhancement fight after judge rules lawsuit against MedSpa can be moved forward. So the circumstances of this is the fact that this dude, supposedly, he's a rapper, he was approached by a female and she wanted to take a selfie with him, and then the selfie turned out to be used as an advertisement for a company who does things for your size and girth. I don't look at YouTube trying to be friendly with all that there and all. The dude was kind of like photobomb, apparently. Quote, supposedly, this is what is allegedly being talked about. I don't know the whole circumstance behind it, but 50 Cent, weird way to get back in the mainstream eye again. just the mainstream's one eye. Or better yet, did he actually go there for some, it's funny how a man writes a song about his thingamajigger, about how one of his songs is talking about it's magical, it does all this fancy stuff, it can do things, and he writes a song about it. Most of the time, if somebody says they got a whole lot of money, they're probably broke. If somebody says they got a whole lot of something else, they're probably broke. You feel me? But anyways, that just figured that's our little light article for the day. Hope you can laugh a little bit about it. But 50 Cent definitely, in a weird situation there. Weird situation that is. So anyhow, I'm gonna. I'm not used to being down here in this corner, and I'm not. I had to look for myself for a minute there. I'm down here. Thank you guys. You're wonderful. Thank you, Hippie Dippy Cali Girl, always in the comment sections. Vera Ashby. Oh gosh, there's a bunch of new people I see in there too, and I've got to remember all the names. But I hadn't seen James in a while. And Funky Texan. Anyways, you guys, I love you guys in the comment section. Thank you so much for leaving that and helping the algorithm and hitting the likes buttons and sharing the content. And always being here. Do my best to try to get some conservative stuff out. Tomorrow I'm going to do a video on Rumble and try to cut some stuff about what's happened with Carrie Lake and her. She's got some lawsuits right now that are starting to take place. And right now I don't want to build anything up and give any false hopium. But there are cases. I just the cases are going to be kind of moving forward a little bit. And so what we want to do is just kind of watch these things. And then basically just, we don't want to, I'm not going to try to lead you into some kind of hopium. We want to be realistic and optimistic at the same time. And we'll see what happens, guys. And so I really thank you so very much. Have a good rest of the night and a good week ahead. Lots of love. I'll do my best to get as much videos out as I can. We're just rolling through a lot of stuff. So thank you again. I'll be live tomorrow too. God is in control.